All right, so guys, let's begin. So, last lecture we started with arrays concept, right? So, we got some introduction about what arrays are. Can you just read these points little loudly? Right? And then we took few basic examples on arrays, and then after we started with scanner class. So, we saw what scanner classes are. Scanner classes, it is used to provide user input, and we took one example for the same. So guys, what is the next thing? We are going to start with loops in Java. Okay, so there's a very simple concept. Now what a loop does, it repeats a particular statement multiple times. Example, I'm going to use here the very first loop called as for loop. Now there are three sections you have to keep it in mind while creating a for loop. The first one is the value of condition variable, initial value of condition variable. The initial value, what is stored in I, is 0, and this I will be a local variable to for loop, which means when you're using this variable I, you can use only within the for loop. Then we put the condition. As long as the value of I is less than 5, the condition is true. What I will do is, I will enter this for loop. Example 0 less than 5 true. If true, you will enter the for loop. Now I plus plus is to change the value of this condition variable. Let's see by debugging it now, which will give you clear idea how does this work. So I'll put a breakpoint here, right click, run in debug mode. Now observe, the starting value of I is 0. Can you see this here? So now it's going to check 0 less than 5. True. So you enter and print 0. But in this place, this is going to be 0 plus plus. As of now, this is 0. But on that, what is applied? Plus plus. Now you go to the closing bracket. When you go to the closing bracket, from the closing bracket, it goes back to the for loop. Now when it goes back to the for loop, value of I was 0 plus plus. Now it will become 1. See, it was 0. Now it will become 1. So now this is going to be 1 plus plus. So 1 less than 5 true, 1 plus plus, it prints 1. Closing bracket, it goes back to for loop. Again the value of I will increment, 2, then 3, then 4. And now when the value of I is 5, the loop stops. Easy way to remember is, see the starting value and this value and directly understand the loop is going to run 0 to 4 times. Because 4 is less than 5. So 0 to 4 times, loop will run 5 times. If in this now I print welcome, it will print welcome how many times? How many times? 5 times it is going to print welcome. Did you understand this now? So we'll take one very simple requirement and understand how for loop can be used. Okay? So for loops will repeat a particular logic as many number of times you want. But we'll take one simple example here. The example is, let's take this. You go to ATM machine, and in that ATM machine, you'll enter the PIN number 1234. If the entered PIN number is valid, our program should print welcome and stop. Correct? So you will enter 1234. If the entered PIN number is valid, it should print welcome and the for loop should stop. User will enter the pin number 1234. If the entered pin number is valid, then program should print welcome and the for loop will stop. But if the pin number is invalid, user can attempt to enter pin max 3 times. First time he entered invalid pin number, he should get a message invalid pin number, try again. Second time also entered invalid, so you'll get a message invalid pin number, try again. Now the third time, again you entered an invalid pin number. Now what will happen? It should print a message, your card is blocked. Now understand the whole things here. There are certain statements. Now for this statements, what all concepts of Java would be required? This is the first thing you have to analyze. In order to achieve this requirement, what all things is required to build this now? So analyze this and tell me those concepts of Java required to build this particular feature. What is the first thing you're going to use here? Scanner class. See, it is like you're cooking food, you're preparing tea. When you prepare tea, first you will think of ingredients. What all ingredients are required? Yes or no? If ingredients only you're not able to, properly think about it, you can't prepare tea. So you will think of ingredients first. So this is like ingredients thinking. Somebody said we require a scanner class. So let us ask him, what made you to think this? Scanner class is required. Because the first statement it says, user will enter the pin number. That's why the student said, to enter the pin number 1234, we require a scanner class. Okay, one thing has been taken. What else? Okay, another student is telling, we would require if-else condition. Now he will enter 1234. If it matches to 1234, if condition will run. And in case it does not match, it will go to else condition. Okay, second thing, one student has talked about if-else condition. If the pin number matches, if condition will run. If the pin number does not match, else condition will run. Okay, agreed. What about next thing? Huh? Somebody is telling loop is required. Why loop is required? Because I have to enter the pin number 3 times. Now entering of pin number 3 times, here the statement is repetitive. Whenever you want to repeat a particular statement, I am going with for loop. Correct? So there are 3 important things students have mentioned so far. Can you tell me what are the 3 things? Scanner class, if-else statement and a for loop. Now we need to think on in what sequence we are going to use this. Right? All of these things together, how we are going to use this and build this simple logic. Right? So now think about the starting point of your program. What's the starting point? Enter the pin number. Starting point is enter the pin number. Now entering of pin number, you're using scanner class. Agreed. But how many times to enter the pin number? Which means entering of pin number has to be repeated 3 times. So will you keep inside for loop or outside for loop? Inside for loop. Right? Let's see this here. Now I'm going to firstly start with scanner. Scan is equal to new scanner, and let's type here system.in. Done. Alt enter. Import. Now don't put this inside your for loop, because if you put this inside the for loop, because if this you put inside the for loop, then the object will be created 3 times. We want scanner object to be created only once. So now what I'll do, I'll use a for loop. Int I is equal to 0, I less than 3, I plus plus. So 0 to 3. loop will run 0 to, how many times the loop will run? 0, 1, 2, 3 times. Why did I decide 3 times? Pin number maximum tries is 3. Now inside the for loop we will put this statement. Enter the pin number. What you will mention here? Enter the pin number. Fine. Now how will you receive the pin number now? We'll create one variable int pin number is equal to scan dot next int. Done. So this will repeat how many times? 3 times. Now first time when you enter the pin number, we need to check. We need to check this, yes or no? So I'm going to take this here. If the pin number, if the pin number is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. If the entered pin number is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, what will it print? Welcome. And if the entered pin number is not equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, false, then it is going to print invalid pin number. Let's try this much now. Right click. Now let's do one thing. I'll put a breakpoint here. Right click, run in debug mode. Fine. So our program will stop at this line. I'll enter the pin number 1, 2, 3, 4. Hit on enter. Now entered pin number was 1, 2, 3, 4. Is 1, 2, 3, 4 matching with 1, 2, 3, 4? It's returning Boolean value true. Since it is true, you will enter and it will print welcome. Is this clear everyone now? But now see, after printing welcome, it should stop. But this is not stopping now. This is not stopping. The loop is going to continue further. The loop is going to what? Continue further. This is not going to what? Stop here. Are you understanding? So we have a trouble here now. We have a trouble here. What is the trouble? The trouble is now our loop will not stop. The loop will continue to print welcome as long as the pin number is valid. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not here. Here 1, 2, 3, 4. Welcome. 1, 2, 3, 4. Welcome. 1, 2, 3, 4. Welcome. That's not the way program should work. What was the requirement? When a valid pin number is entered, print welcome and stop. Which means after it prints welcome, our for loop should stop. How do I come out of the for loop? How do I break the for loop execution? How do I stop the for loop execution? So we use a keyword called as break. Now observe what will happen when I use a break keyword. I'm using now a break keyword. Please observe what will happen now. Enter the pin number 1, 2, 3, 4. True. Now what I will do, step over welcome. Break keyword. Now see, when the break keyword runs, what's happening? What's happening now? Observe, it is coming out of the for loop and this is closing bracket of main. Can you see this? This line is matching to what? Main method. Can you see that? This closing bracket belongs to what? Main. Can you see this line? Yeah? Which means the for loop is stopping abruptly. Okay, so this makes sense now. Let's test this in a normal way. Right click, run, and now I'll enter the pin number 1, 2, 3, 4, welcome, and the program stops. But what about now if the entered pin number is invalid? I'll enter invalid pin number, again invalid pin number, again invalid pin number. 3 times I could enter invalid pin number, but I did not get the message card is blocked. So what shall we do now? So what I'll do now, I'll go to the else part, and here if I enter the else part third time, when you enter third time, what is the value of I? What is the value of I? When the value of I is 2, which means your loop is running for the third time. When the value of I, so inside else I can write if the value of I is equal to 2, which means you're entering the else part third time. When the value of I is equal to what? 2, it should print card is blocked. Now when will this execute? Run, observe. I'll enter the pin number. I'll enter the pin number 1, 2, 3, 4. Welcome. This works fine. Right click, run. Now I'll enter invalid pin number. I'll enter what? Invalid pin number. Third time, card is blocked. Did you all understand this? Please tell me. Yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it. Hold on. Okay. All the syllabus is actual one only. Don't worry. Right? Whatever syllabus I'm covering, actually, there's a long way to go. With this much syllabus going online free, nothing will happen. Don't worry. There's a lot of things you have to cover to get job. Okay. We'll just add all of you by today or tomorrow to the paid batches. Okay. Everyone clear with this part? Anyone any doubts? If not, then let's see this program once. Observe. Analyze the program line by line. And if you're clear with that, I'll proceed further with the next example. Is it clear, guys? Everyone, I hope you got this program now. So let us proceed further with the next type of loop called as while loop. Now firstly understand why there are so many types of loops available in almost every programming language, not just Java. When we already have for loop, what is the necessity of again using while loop? The difference is, see, whenever in your requirement, the number of iterations is very clear. How many times to repeat the loop? Example, the ATM machine. How many times you can enter the pin number? Maximum iteration is fixed. I know maximum entering pin number is 3 times. Your mobile phone. How many times you can enter invalid pin number? Could be 3 times or 5 times. 3 times or 5 times. Correct? After 5 times, your phone will be blocked for some few seconds. 30 seconds or 60 seconds or something. Which means when you know the number of iterations, exact number of iterations, when you know that, go with for loop. But there are at times you will not have the clarity about the number of iterations. Example, you go to the cash withdrawal machine, right, or cash deposit machine, sorry, you go to the cash deposit machine or the cash withdrawal when you are doing it. Let's take this example only. You go to ATM, withdraw cash. After you collect the cash, usually we get one message. Do you want to continue? Right? Now, if you say yes, again it will take you back to the amount screen. You will enter the amount, withdraw the money. Again, you will get one message on the screen. Do you want to continue? Yeah. Again, what will happen? It will, disperse the amount. And then after that, again it asks, do you want to continue? As long as you click on yes, the amount withdrawal will keep continuing. And nowadays, we see one feature in YouTube as well. You're watching YouTube, and sometimes you get this time to take break now. Yeah? You watch YouTube for a little longer time. You get a message on your YouTube, time to take break from screen. Do you get this message or not? You get this message. After some time you continue, again it will give you a message. Do you want to continue? Right? Take break. Now, how many times this pop-up will come? It depends on the user. Right? How long you're watching YouTube, or even this Netflix and things like that. You're watching some Netflix series. You watch the first, second, third episode, then you'll get a message. Are you still watching TV? If yes, click on this yes button and continue to watch the next episode. And if no, stop. Now here we don't know. Some user that day he would have gone mad. He's watching first episode, second episode, third episode. Are you still there? He says, yes, yes, I'm there. He'll click on that. Again 3 episode. Again he'll get, are you still watching 6 episodes completed one day only? Again, yes, click on that. Another 6 completed. Yes. Next day, absent for my class. Because too much Netflix he has seen, he's nowhere interested to see the Java programs now. Because after seeing Netflix, he got to know learning Java, you cannot earn that much money. There are other ways to earn money. Bank robbery and things like that. So I hope that doesn't happen. Now understand, we really don't know how many times the program loop has to run. We don't know that. I'll go with while loop. While loop best suitable when the number of iterations is not defined well in advance. Observe here. Now what I'll do is I'll take a simple program. To make you people understand this, we'll firstly understand the structure of your while loop. You will start with a condition variable. So I'm initializing it to 0. Then we use while loop if x is less than 5. Then I will print x. Can you just analyze this program and tell me what will happen? Start from line 12. What is happening at line 12? We are storing the value in x. What is the value we are storing? 0. Now you go to line 13. What's happening at line 13? I'm comparing 0 less than 5. Is 0 less than 5? Yes. True or false? True. 0 is less than 5. True. So from line 13 you go to line 14. What is line 14 going to print? 0. Closing bracket. What is the closing bracket of while will do? Again go back to while loop. Again you are going to check 0 less than 5. Again you are printing 0. Closing bracket. Again go back. What is the value of x? It's still 0. Again you are comparing 0 less than 5. Print 0. Closing bracket. Again go back. X value is still 0. Which means value of x is nowhere changing in my program. And this will end up entering into an infinite loop because this condition is never going to be false. Can you see that? We have entered what? Continuously it's printing 0. Can you see that? Now kill the infinite loop by clicking on this button. What went wrong? This variable value x is always 0 in my program, and always I'm comparing 0 less than 5, print 0. 0 less than 5, print 0. The value of x is not changing. And if you do not change the condition variable value, loop will enter into an infinite loop. So what we will do now? X plus plus. Is this clear? So now what will happen? Value of x is 0. 0 less than 5. True. Print what? 0. 0 plus plus. Meaning next time you see x here, make it 1. You can debug this. You can see this in debugging mode. I'll give you more clarity. What is the initial value of this now? See this here. You can just select, evaluate. What is it giving? True. It is true. Yes or no? Now observe. X plus plus. So what is the value of I now? 1. 1 less than 5. What is it? True. So it printed 1. Now 1 plus plus. So moment you go back, 1 plus plus will become 2. You know unary operators. Next time you see the same variable, it will become plus 1. We have covered this, right? Yes or no? Now continue. 2. 2 plus plus. Meaning next time you see this variable here, it will become 3. True. Then 4. True. Now 5. False. I hope you understood this. Everyone, you can resume the program and see the output here. Everyone, are you clear with this basic program? Please tell me. Yes, you can create infinite loop in for loop as well. Why not? But it's too dangerous to do that here. You should never create an infinite loop. If you're creating an infinite loop in for loop, we can do that. We can just write semicolon, semicolon, curly braces. And this is not there in your notes, but because you asked me the question, I'm just showing you this now. Yeah? Observe now. What is happening? So if you don't specify anything at all, that becomes an infinite loop. Is this clear? Okay. Now, I hope everybody clear with this so far. While loop, let's take one example now. Now, let's take one example for your while loop. What is the example? Read this. Enter the amount and we should get a message, please collect cash. You'll enter the amount, whatever it is, 500, 1000, 5000, 10,000. And then you'll get a message, please collect cash. Please collect what? Cash. Then prompt a message, do you want to continue? After he collects the cash, one message will be prompted, do you want to continue? If he selects yes, then again enter the amount and then you should get a message, collect the cash. Again if you enter yes, again the loop will run, enter the amount, collect the cash. But the moment you enter no, then the program would. So as long as you click on yes, enter amount, collect cash. Yes, enter amount, collect cash. Moment you enter no, the loop should stop. Now here we don't know number of iterations. We are not aware of number of iterations well in advance. Which is the best choice for the loop? For loop or while loop? While loop. Why did you decide while loop? Because I really don't know how many times the user will select yes. He might select 5 times, I might select 8 times, he might select 2 times. And other fellow might only once. So here the number of iterations for every user is different. It's dynamic. It's not a fixed value. It's a dynamic value here. Yes or no? So now what I'm going to do, I'll build this. So firstly I need to enter the amount. So which concept of Java is required to give user input? Scanner class. Now that entered amount should be printed a message, please collect cash, SOP. Let's do this here. We'll understand this in a better way. Scanner class, scan is equal to new scanner. Let's type here system.in and then what we will do here, we will use a while loop. Now we'll create here one variable string. The variable name is condition variable. I'll keep the initial value as yes. So we'll learn string in depth manner later, but for now understand, because condition is a string variable, to compare string value we use equals method. Do not write double equals. If it's a number comparison we use double equals. If it is a string comparison we will use. So what is present in condition? Yes. Yes equals yes. Observe. What is this doing? If you just come here in the debug mode, you'll understand. If I now click here, step over, see what is happening, right? The condition yes equals Yes. So if you just select this one, observe, what am I getting? So what is the value present in condition variable? Just see. And I'm comparing with yes. But now what I'll do? I will make this as no. I'll teach you all debugging in this tool later. Don't worry. In IntelliJ also you will learn debugging, which I'll teach you later. Right now just stick on to Eclipse and keep doing debugging in that. Observe now. What is the value in condition variable? No. You're comparing no with yes. You can see the ultimate result like this now. What is this complete line of statement this time going to give? False. Right? Did you understand now? So initially, yes. Next step. I will now write here int amount scan dot next int. And now I'll simply print here, please collect rupees plus amount, concatenation. Anything if you add to a string, everything will become a string. Okay, so this will print, please collect rupees, whatever amount is present in this. Now, this condition variable value, is it changing anywhere? This is permanently yes, or will this value change? Is it permanently yes, or will this value change? Huh? Where am I changing? I have stored yes into condition variable. Now, whenever I check the value in condition variable, it is always yes. Am I changing that value anywhere? No, where is it changing? I'm not changing that value. If you just observe now, I'll run the program. Right? I'll run the program now. See, enter the amount. Okay, let's say 500. I entered the amount. Please collect 500, 1,000, right? 100, then 3,000. Where is it stopping? Where is it stopping? This value is not changing, yes or no? Correct? If this value does not change, we will enter into infinite loop. So what we will do, firstly we will put here, enter the amount. Enter the amount. Are you understanding? So we need to change this value. And if you do not change that, your while loop will keep running and there is no end for it to stop until and unless your memory is out of memory. Okay? So what I'll do now, to change that value of condition variable, I will apply here one simple stuff. That is, we are going to mention here now is s out. Do you want to continue? Do you want to continue? Yes slash no. Do you want to continue? Yes slash what? No. And now I'll change the value of condition variable. Condition equals, I will take this value again with an input of scanner class. How? Condition variable is already created. So again I'll not create. It is already created. So I'll just write condition, and to change the value in that I'll use scan dot next. Did you understand now? So when I keep typing yes, the loop will keep running. Observe. Observe. I'll enter the amount 1,000, 100. Do you want to continue? Yes. So when I type yes, it's taking that and putting yes into condition variable. While loop will again run 3,000. Do you want to continue? No. So when I store no into it, observe what happens. The loop stops. Did you understand everyone now? Yes, no. See how conditional variables are actually working now. Correct? Further, you can add one more condition. If condition variable is not equal to yes, it should be not equal to what? Yes. Not equal means no is not equal to yes. Yes is equal to yes, so false. No is not equal to yes. True. When true, we can just print one message. Thank you. Visit again. Visit again. Yeah. So now when this is no, no is not equal to yes. They're not equal. Correct. True. If this is yes, yes not equal to yes. That's false. Yes is equal to yes. Did you understand the meaning here? Everyone? Yes or no? Everyone? See, enter the amount 1000. Do you want to continue? No. Is everyone clear with this part? Please tell me. Everyone clear with this part? Please tell me. Everyone, you have to practice, then only you will get more clarity. Can you just have a look at the program once carefully? Analyze the program once carefully. Able to follow? Everyone. So I'm going to wind up today's class here. Do practice. The next class will again continue further. We'll look at do while loop, a small concept. Then there are some basic conditional statements for each loops and all. Then we are back to arrays concept. We'll build some small logical questions on arrays and the classes will continue from there further. Okay. Now the topic's a little simple and easy one. But again, further when we keep moving ahead, the concepts will get more and more deeper. Okay. So that's it. Any doubts before I wind up today's class? No, right? Okay. See you guys then. Is there class tomorrow? Tomorrow I'm giving holiday. There's no class tomorrow. Okay. Holy, for that I'm giving holiday. I'll see you again on Thursday. Is this clear? Right?